My brother, we need to talk about self-control in the game of trading. And if you ask yourself right now, why? If you haven't been noticing by now that self-control is probably the hardest but the most lucrative skill you need to have in trading. Why is that? Because all your failed accounts, all the breached emails you received, all the blow-ups is a result of you not controlling your own self. You fall victim of your emotions, discipline or not being disciplined in that case, not following your trading plan, just deeply caring about every outcome, and really just you surrender to your mind and give everything to your emotions, and the emotions will handle everything for you. And that is basically why you fuck up. That's what you basically need to understand as a framework, right? And how to achieve ultimate self-control. To be honest with you, there's so many nuances to it. But let's go step by step. In this video, I will really go through how and why you're doing this, how you can get out of that, and actually going closer to self-control, mastery, self-mastery, if you want to call it, in trading, and just become a better trader, man. Because if you can't control yourself, if you can't, you know, and even if you don't even know what's going on in yourself, right? Man, it will just take way longer than you think that it will take to have profitability, consistency, getting payouts, or you actually start facing the inner demons and work on them. Yeah? And for that, I just ask you to subscribe to my channel, like, give me some comments, give me some feedback, just to know, you know, what you gain from it. Because on this channel, I put a lot of videos out there for you for free from my own experience now trading over 5 years. And I basically talk not about too much about strategies that sometimes they give some nuggets, right? But it is more like the human being you have to be to become a successful trader, to manage that amount of money. If you want to be a millionaire, bro, you need to become first the millionaire in your mind as a person, as a human being, than having the physical $1 million somewhere in your bank. So, and I hope that you so far in your development that you acknowledge that if you know that, and that's not really like something so foreign to you. Um, but yeah, self-control, man. Like I could have saved so many painful days, so many accounts, so much money, bro. If I could just not let myself be the victim of my own emotions, who I can't turn off. We can't turn off emotions, right? It's a normal, chemicals in our brains and in our bodies. So we just need to be super observative about what is happening right now, and then thinking about, okay, what is the behavior which is not going to help me here, and what is the behavior which is going to help me in that case. And I found out that whenever I hit a losing trade, that is where you want to, make it back, because our brains are wired completely out of, do more, do more, do more. Um, I have a loss or something is giving me a step back. I need to fix it, right? That's what in a normal world would look like. In a business, you fuck something up, you put extra work in to fix it, right? And in trading, it doesn't really work like that. You can't have a loss and then think, okay, fuck, now I lost X amount of money. I need to make it back today. our fight or flight response is just completely not helping us in trading, right? Trading is our brain is not wired for trading because we need to think out of probabilities and we need to adopt a probabilistic mindset. But our brain is always looking for certainty, right? In trading, you will always face uncertainty. That's why it's so hard if you have, not much money in a bank account and every outcome is basically something very important to you. Because you're always dealing with this uncertainty. You don't know if the next trade is going to be a winner or a loser, and you put so much importance to every trade that it freaks you out, you know, makes you just weak as a trader. Like even your analysis will be influenced by it, just by the pressure you have, right? You maybe feel that pressure and you impulsively buy or sell something, right? You have that impulse to do something today because you want to be certain. You want to be certainly move in the direction you want to become, right? Like, for example, passing a challenge, getting to the funded stage, getting the payout, getting money in to support your lifestyle or your environment, your family, whatever it is, you trading obviously for a goal. The goal number one is to make money. If you need money, for example, it will just get harder because again, you have that expectation. And wow, there is a lot going on in my head right now coming to that topic because yeah, self-control is something, you know, either with money or without money. You need to learn this. This is really important. It starts also in your personal life. It is, can you control yourself saying no to alcohol or to weed or to, sugar, parties, girls, lust, you know what I'm saying? There's so much things, distractions in our life, right? If you have a goal, you want to get there, can you control yourself to be focused on that? If you have already lack in your personal life with that, then you probably bring these things into your trading. Trading is probably one of the hardest game to make easy money, right? It's not like all these influencers show you. Certainly I don't really show much, but from my prop firm payouts or six figures, they were not easy, man, right? I trade for 5 years and I needed to go through so much shit. I had so many days where I lost five figures in a day. It crushed me, man. Like 2, 3 times I really thought I give up. And yeah, I'm just telling you that the self-control thing, take that serious, observe yourself. That's why it's so important to keep a journal and actually write down things. Like, how did I feel? Just to understand your behaviors. You need to be super analytical about yourself, not just about the market and the charts. Because you can be a good analyst, but you can be a shit trader. And that is because you don't know yourself that much. You don't know how you behave in certain situations. Um, you know, one very mechanical thing, which I already said many times on my channel, is take one trade a day, right? It is, it doesn't mean that you don't have losing streaks or something like that, but that will probably save you already so much pain, time, money that if you can stick with it, that's another thing. Prove yourself you can stick with one trade a day because first of all, it takes a lot, right? If you're somebody who wants to learn, who wants to make money, boom, you're all day long on the screen. I know that. And if you can only focus on one trade, a specific window in a day, and be consistent with it over months, look what it's going to do for you. What it does also is controlling yourself to exposure to the market, meaning also you have less fuck ups because we all know that we blow our accounts not over a month or 2 months, yeah, over a long period of time. It's mostly, okay, we are up, 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 and then blow it in one day. And we need to break that cycle. We need to understand that we are playing in a probabilistic game. We need to think in probabilities, and we can't expect certain things out of the market. The market is uncertain, and this feeling you will always have in your whole trading career. You will have that feeling of uncertainty. You enter a market, you enter a trade, you will have this uncertainty. You will have that feeling of, oh, what if it does hit me or stop loss? You just deal better with it. And if you're not so much dependent on the outcome, aka also the money, then you have just easier to accepting losses. If you dwell on the losses, if you are, you're losing and you're being so attached to it, that will be just make it so hard to come back from it. And yeah, it's not an easy thing, right? Trading is very challenging. It is probably really just for the 5% out there, but it's not impossible, right? I think even in any business, man, like businesses fail also 95, 97% of businesses worldwide, right? So I see trading as a difficult game, but also a beautiful journey. And if you are serious about this, really serious about trading, you focus on all parts on your life, first of all. Then coming to the market, man, you don't turn up like it's your hobby. It's your profession, it's your business, right? You come with a plan. You come to specific windows, right? When do you want to trade? You don't want to trade all sessions. Your decision making will be fucked after 1 or 2 sessions. Yeah, and yeah, make a business plan. Basically, have a plan for your business. Know when shop is opening. Know when shop is closing. Um, think in probabilities. Don't think that this uncertainty feeling is something unnormal. It will always be there. Acknowledge it. Observe yourself while you're in a trading, before you're in a trading, in a trade, because as soon you hit that trade, you will most likely feel some emotions coming up, and that is, okay, how can I fuck up this trade right now? Why are you in it? Yeah, you move your stop loss, you move your TPs, you're adding to losers, whatever. You do stupid stuff in between. You're not doing that mechanical stuff, which is, okay, I enter after seeing my confluences, where it says to me, okay, I want to go in, and then you have your invalidation and you have your take profits. Maybe you have your partials, right? But while you're in that trade, you're not gonna move these variables too much. You have your set plan and you let it play it out. And you don't freak out if it goes against you a little bit or something like that. And you think, okay, I need to move my stop loss, I need to get out of this trade. Like, you're impulsively doing things which is holding you back because you can't accept the outcome. And you need to submit to the outcome. If I enter a trade, I think already whatever I risk, right? Let's say $500 per trade. If I risk the $500, I already think that it's lost. My expectations is I lost. If I win or lose, I will have either I exceed my expectations or I meet my expectations, right? So I'm not getting super dwelled up about a loss. The difficult part is not one loss, right? It's like, okay, having 2, 3 losses. And to be honest with you, right now, I had this week a 3-day losing streak. But this week I kept way less than the last weeks of profit. So what I'm saying here is that I keep my losses small, and I know I just need 1-2 days to come back completely. If I have a red week, no problem. I'm really happy that this week I kept it small. Because most of the time, if you're getting red and having a streak of losses, that it is getting just harder if you're not able to recover it. If the hole is so big that you can't recover it. I'm very happy, and you should be happy if you're doing this. Keep your losses small, man, and trust the process. If you have a model, if you have a system, then you need to play it out and let it play out with a large sample size of numbers, right? 1 week doesn't mean anything. Even sometimes 1 month doesn't mean much. You are here in a game not just for 6 months, right? So you have a long-term vision, and that's the next thing I could speak about, because most people, man, they're just too short vision. They're thinking about day by day. You're not zooming out. That's why I'm saying right now, for this example, for me right now, I have a red week, which I kept small, so I'm very happy for that. You know, I zoomed out. I don't look day by day, oh, I lost this much, I lost this much, I lost this much, like 3 times in a row. I could have said this, but I see, okay, on the whole month, on the year, it is very small. It's easily recoverable. And trading, that is a part of the game, right? Losing, having red streaks, it's completely normal. So controlling yourself again to keeping them low, small, and then knowing, okay, next week I possibly recover all of it, right? It just takes me 1 or 2 trades. And yeah, but you need to follow your system. You need to trust in your data. You need to trust in yourself. If you're somebody who has no clue what is he doing, he has no system, he has no guidance. Guys, I've worked with people right now, a handful of people, which I can take on and on my time, to help them to get them from A to B, right? I have a one-to-one mentorship. You can apply for it down in the YouTube subscription. There's a walk with me link. Apply for it, we jump on a call, I see if you're a good fit, and I take my students right now in 3 months to a funded stage. And a funded stage, and also getting the payouts. So I work with them closely, one-to-one. If you're somebody who's here for long term, not just quick fix, not just for trade sickness, but actually want to learn the craft of trading, then that is your opportunity right now to apply, talk to me, and just change your complete trading life. And the first thing we're gonna do as well in there is talking about the mindset. I am big on that theory that you can make money with almost any strategy, but you need obviously to have a system behind it, a proper system. But if it's support or resistance or trend line, or let's say ICT, SMC, you can literally make money with a coin flip if you're a good risk manager and you have that psychology to be a trader, like the right mindset and the right frameworks. And that is something you can learn by loads of experience that probably alone takes you 5 to 10 years. Or you're getting guidance and mentorship and frameworks from somebody who sits in your pocket and works with you to understand the game of trading. And then combining it with the technical stuff, right? The technical stuff I think is very important because that gives you the confidence. But if you have no psychology around it, the technical stuff will not help you at all. Like, you can have a proven edge, and I could give everybody my proven edge, which I made 6 figures in the markets, right? And we would have all different outcomes just because we would manage the trades, we would enter differently, we exit differently, like we're analyzing the market differently. And that is because the people having a different mindset around it. Psychology, I think that's really the biggest part in trading. If you not develop yourself, your character, body discipline, your self-control, so many things, man. But it makes you a very strong-minded person. Knowing yourself, trust me, it will lead into other areas in your life. And by saying this, man, I wanna say to you, I hope you are working on this. And I'm happy to see you inside, working with you closely. If you're ready for it, if you're feeling so, if you bring yourself to the table, you're committed, and you're not bullshitting around, right? Because that's what I need from people, man. Commitment, showing up, and being disciplined. And I think if you have these traits already, then you are destined for success in trading, in anything else, because that is the thing you really need in all areas. It could be business, relationship, trading, all of it. You need that character trait and traits. So by saying this, man, I hope you had a good week. I hope you have an amazing week ahead of you. And I hope that I gave you some perspective today to really think about things you might not have seen yet, you might not consider yet. And yeah, man, I hope you subscribe, you like the video. Give me in a comment down below what is your main takeaway from this video. And I just want to see if there's some serious people watching. And if you're one of these serious people, man, I also hope to see you inside, talk to you soon. And until I talk to you next time, see you, man. Good luck and good trading.